Hiya everyone. I appreciate you stopping by the Caption Media channel, and I wish you a pleasant stay. The recently released movie, It Ends With Us, 2024, is another topic I want to discuss here. To avoid revealing any surprises, I will simply give you the review. So let's get going. Box office statistics. Top Hollywood openers worldwide 2024 box office. Inside Out 2, $1.4 billion overall, $583 million in USA and $818 million overseas. A typical analysis of the book was that it romanticized misuse. A commentary distributed to a homegrown Havens non-benefit said the book talk number 1 takes care of into the actual designs of harmful manliness that it implies to battle by romanticizing warnings and extols a charming however perilous man. Inconceivably exuberant makes everything work. Past nailing Lily's definite shade of reddish hair. She likewise conveys her iridescence and strength, and reminds you how pleasurable it tends to be to watch a heartfelt spine chiller. It follows Blossom retailer Lily Sprout through her oppressive relationship with Ryle Kincaid and the reviving of her most memorable love, Map Book Corrigan. For a film that dunks its Manolo-clad toe into the cloudy waters of homegrown maltreatment, it's out of the blue optimistic, practically foamy in tone. To youngsters who have become acclimated to the hopelessness of current life, there's a tempting reason in these books. Tenacious enduring can give way to opportunity on the off chance that ladies need it severely enough. On screen, performed by genuine individuals, it's not as persuading. Despite the fact that Justin Baldoni coordinates major areas of strength for and of the source material, being delicate to the sensitive topic and including round-trip layers that add more importance to minutes in the film. Some way or another I feel Blake Enthusiastic is persuading and great in this mind-boggling job. However shockingly better is her co-star Justin Baldoni, who does a multi-layered work bringing to unpleasant and upsetting life a person who's all the while enticing and hazardous. In fact, this is certainly not an ideal film, yet it handles the significant stuff, misuse, injury and recuperation, suddenly well. While a portion of the plotting is self-evident and exchange a touch too ominous, as a chief, Baldoni brings a similar crude edge of handheld camera work and naturalistic lighting that undeniable out his 5 feet separated as better than the typical high schooler weepy. The film closes by stating that abusive behavior at home is definitely more convoluted than Hollywood has generally given it credit for being, and anybody can be a culprit or survivor. It's a strong explanation that it doesn't exactly procure the option to make. As I said before, it is not exactly flawless. However, It Closes With Us offers sufficient strong substance to respect the substantialness of its source material in a film that, for every one of its defects, takes the watcher on a powerful, profound ride. Between the level acting, messy narrating, and in general strange energies, It Finishes With Us is a realistic disappointment on pretty much every front. There are a couple of sparkling minutes where the exhibitions wake up, however most of the film feels like a cutout expansion to the class that is more centered around making marks on a rundown than conveying something somewhat more nuanced. The obligation to the story and characters is indisputable, and Baldoni inspires exhibitions of rigidly focused, high-help earnestness. But what remains is an instrument of exciting power that is feeling the loss of a hint of simple humankind. While you are watching, it makes you think frequently, is this a drama? For some time, that is by all accounts the case. However, show restraint, since It Closes With Us is something more significant. Furthermore, until it arrives, it's a decent drama, and that means something. It Closes With Us is a film about homegrown maltreatment that might be viewed as excessively optimistic. It is in any case significant in depicting the force of mending and pushing ahead on account of the primary person's lethargic and out-of-nowhere dynamic force of flexibility. This film had a great deal letting it all out, yet turns into a tragedy drama fizzle. Featuring the perfect Blake Vivacious, 2 alluring attractive men, upscale settings and uncovering top-of-the-line forms, there's inauthenticity about the characters and the fundamental subject. The story is a painstakingly developed close-to-home roller coaster, intended to maneuver us into the circle of its characters prior to breaking our hearts similarly as theirs break. As a social proclamation, it closes with us doesn't exactly arrive. As an individual investigation of what it seems like to be up to speed in a pattern of viciousness, be that as it may, it's a significantly more impressive big screen insight. However, practically every issue the film addresses, for example, the conditions that make it challenging for ladies to leave oppressive connections, are raised and brought down with a productive cleanliness that deceives the story's starting points. Vivacious is entrusted with conveying the full weight of the story in It Finishes With Us, and she's capable. However, this is a lopsided and turtle-paced heartfelt show that feels like a botched and open door. Sadly, the slipshod screenplay, which depends on crazy conditions to move the story along, lays a temperamental story establishment that neglects to treat the characters' concerns with the weight they merit. In any event, when the story beats are at their generally unsurprising. A few shots are committed to exuberance. Lily searching in a mirror and applying concealer to a physical issue to her face. Enthusiastic carries her tremendous sympathy to them. Normally this all feels deceptive, cloying, and ungainly, as Baldwin's executive ability can't match that of a mostly fair HBO series. It appears to downplay aggressive behavior at home and compares it to a poisonous relationship. There's a major contrast, and the creator truly doesn't get a handle on that. It's troubling as far as the informing that it might have for the more youthful age. In the novel, Perez's see Lily allowing Ryle one more opportunity to be a decent individual by permitting him to see their girl and co-parent together. In any case, in the film, she removes Ryle totally and tells MacBook a couple of years after the fact that it's simply them two. A significant part of the exchange didn't work for me. Even lines pulled straightforwardly from the book didn't strike something similar. I didn't feel the flash among Lily and Ryle by any means. Jenny Record was amazing as Alyssa and took each scene she was in. Anything that its shortcomings, there is something particularly valuable about the manner by which it gets to the substance of its source material, conveying a close-to-home experience that figures out how to be both clear looked at and prickly in its intricacy. It's a plot of trite cleanser figures of speech, yet there's a genuine development to how it unfurls. An account of misuse that is undeniably more subtle than we've become used to, the subtleties far knottier than some may be okay with. It Finishes With Us closes with a profound, conceivable trade that should be heard by homegrown victimizers all over the planet. It's a disgrace the remainder of the film is stunning and doesn't cut close to as profound. It Finishes With Us empties the greater part of its subtlety into the start, center, and frightening peak of its focal relationship. Without any trace of conceivable portrayals, navigation, and plotting, it's a flop that would stun any average person in a real sense, as its 130-minute runtime causes it to feel like it'll continue forever. An outsized, foamy dream of awfulness and flexibility that possibly flounders when it attempts to ground itself truly. I would have enjoyed the film better assuming it were significantly cornier. Not enthusiastic's shortcoming. She's so feebly characterized as a person, however her presentation actually comes close to vacuous, and Baldwin is untyrannical. You would feel that is a blend of tones that doesn't necessarily work, however frequently feels like a return to an alternate time of film making, one where the mid-spending plan film ready to dig into issues was a practical plan of action. In like that, it's an effective undertaking. To some degree I feel that the screenplay, by Daddy-O Chief Christy Lobby, really tries for certain early winking jokes that recognize the novel's platitudes. However, the variation can't be saved from the creation heated into the first text. This is an outwardly striking film that battles to offset its imaginative vision with the heaviness of its topic. The outcome is a variation that leaves the watcher wanting for a more grounded and true depiction of its impactful subjects. A visual migraine, packing each casing with variety, surface and examples, instead of working to some painstakingly coordinated pressure.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give this movie a 5 and I hope you like it. If you like watching this movie, kindly leave a comment. For additional updates, subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell icon. I'll see you soon, Tara, as I'm currently off. Cheersio, take care.